Hello, everyone. This is Gitamati from JP Niche Gaming. We are continuing Ghostpia Season 1. Where are we? Fun Interview, Episode 3. Here we go. I can feel my heart throbbing for various reasons. Wouldn't you agree? Her slightly husky voice really matches her fashion sense. I think it's fitting and beautiful. I wonder how I can become more like her. I agree. I totally agree. In any case, there's no way I could disagree with her. So let's see. First of all, that box over there is newly arrived stock. Okay. And that box over there is unsold stock to be disposed of. You with me so far? Oh, question. Go ahead. Ask away. They're both empty, aren't they? Uh, yeah, I guess we rarely do receive new stock or dispose of unsold stock. Huh? Actually, now that you mention it, when was the last time we had either of those things? Maybe 9,999 years ago? Yes? Sorry, can I ask another question? Are you sure this shop needs more workers? I can hear a low gasp and realization. She closes her eyes, takes a deep breath, and speaks slowly. Yeah, honestly, you're right. Business is so slow here. I've got plenty of downtime just working by myself. Then what do we do for work? Oh, sorry. Well, the manager seemed kind of frantic. Oh, what? Sorry, never mind that. I guess you can, clean and stuff. Okay. Things get kind of awkward after that, so we both fall quiet. I think Lo's trying to come up with some sort of work the two of us can do, but the fact that she's not saying anything probably means she can't think of anything. I wonder how that customer is doing. Oh, right. Sorry. I don't know what to say, so I just nod vaguely. Thank you. Right as Lo and I get back to the storefront, Yoru lets out a cheer loud enough to drown out even the store's loud background music. What? You actually sold something? No way, it's been ages since our last sale. I'm surprised, of course, but Lo is even more surprised. Is this store really that unpopular? What did you sell? It must have been that frilly thing, right? No, it was the automatic rifle and the bulletproof vest. I said, "You look marvelous with them," and the customer bought them. I see, I see. I guess it's finally time we got some new stock. Get some new stock. So does it seem like it'll be tough working here? She actually said she realized that she's fully staffed already. I feel a little uncomfortable as I say that. I'm sure Yoru is quite employable as a customer service worker. I see, that's too bad. See you again sometime. Yeah, I'm really sorry about that. Feel free to drop by my room sometime, you two. I like the green edges of her hair. But it looks like neither Yoru nor Lo seem to mind, so I guess it's all okay in the end. Be sure to turn the heater on. Yeah, I'll put it on full blast. Should I say something? And play some good music, too. I just don't want to say something and have it turn out weird. I don't want it to seem like I'm trying to avoid Yoru or anything, though on second thought I kind of am, but not in a bad way. Do I have the capability to convey such a nuanced thought? I could play a little piano, so I'll practice. Like to hear some stories from you two? I don't know. Lo herself was considering hiring Yoru for a customer service job, but it seems that she won't explain why she doesn't because of how obvious the reason was. She doesn't because of how obvious the reason was. Then again, they're both so kind that they'd probably explain it to me, no matter how obvious it's supposed to be. So should I ask? No, maybe not. Okay, let's make it a night to remember. Bye! I'm sorry we couldn't help. Thank you for your time. I conclude that these two have way better judgment than I do. So it doesn't make a difference whether I say anything or not. Just making excuses, huh? I'm sorry. Didn't mean to say those words out loud, but Yoru picks them up anyway. About what? I just felt like I've wronged you in some way, Sayoko. But I'm kind of sad since I don't know what it is. She's being just a bit too conscientious. You didn't do anything wrong, Yoru. It's getting late. There's nobody else on the streets but us. I'll do my best. Our conversation isn't quite lining up. Neither are our footsteps. That doesn't stop even as we approach the plaza. I'm walking ahead of Yoru. My slow pace slows down even more, and Yoru overtakes me. I stop in place. I look at a certain something. Huh? What's wrong? I step up the pace and catch up to Yoru. Oh, nothing. The thing I was looking at, the missile, is missing Yoru's name. I'm a little bit jealous, but I feel like something's off about it. We keep walking back on the way home. And as we walk, I think to myself, what would she want? Maybe I can just give the place to her. That's an option. You there, Sayako? Yoru speaks up without turning around. I'm here. You can hear my footsteps, can't you? Please stay with me, okay? My chest is in pain, but the air I breathe in is so clean I feel both painful and cleansed. All in all, I feel satisfied. If only I could go to sleep and just die right now. But that's impossible. I can't die if I'm not even alive. I'll try. There's no real meaning to this conversation. There's no real meaning to us either, I'm sure. Just meaningless ghosts walking around a ghost town near the break of dawn. We're almost home. Who is this? Nice, it looks great on you. You're meant for this job. Despite what Pacifica's saying, it's obvious that this outfit would look the same on anyone, no matter who's wearing it. She said she'd look for a job that's always short-staffed this time, and this is the result. Salvaging, searching the garbage heap for usable objects. Yoda and I are dressed in baggy, yellow protective suits as we board the salvage truck. I silently curse these protective suits for being so hard to move in. The three other salvagers are all somewhat buff men. We're wearing their spare suits, which is why they don't fit. They keep bowing to Pacifica. Pacifica really is amazing at what she does. I'm not sure what exactly that is, but she does it well. We're sectioned off in the back of the truck with the men all sitting in the front on a bench seat. Nobody says a word. I can more or less see the backs of the men's heads through the window, but they're not even moving a muscle. They seemed quite polite with the influential Pacifica, but I get the feeling they'll be strict with newcomers like us. Suddenly, Yoru speaks up. Excuse me, can I ask a question? What? If you want us to explain, we can do it when we're there, said Salvager number 1. Where does this bus go? Where does this bus go, you say? That's Salvager number 2. Things get awkward real quick. It's awkward calm before the storm. You see, she's, Bwah, bwah, bwah. Oh, gosh. Salvager number 1. That's so funny. Did you hear what she said? Yeah, not yet. I heard. Where does this bus go? That's hilarious. Good one. Well, pleasure to work with you today. Yeah, no problem. We'll make splendid scrappers out of you. You mean super scavengers, right? Our official title is officially licensed garbage collectors. Oh, that's so boring. Okie dokie, artichoke. We'll be some real scrappy scrappers. Oh, wait, no, that was her. Ah, gosh darn it. Okay. Actually, let me see. How do we do that? Whatever. Um, you sure are a hoot. I can do nothing but watch as the scene unfolds in front of me. Okay, my throat. Actually, I'm not sure if I can do that. She's just too dazzling. She's amazing. Simply amazing. Not sure what's going on, but it's clear that they're all enjoying themselves. After some banter, we arrive at a place that's quite memorable to me in a certain sense. Oh, I did it again. Okay, rewind with A. This time I'm definitely going to rewind. Okay. After some banter, we arrive at a place that's quite memorable to me in a certain sense. The truck parks by the fence surrounding the giant garbage dump on the outskirts of town. Baskets. I blink a few times before I realize what the man means. He's referring to the baskets made of aluminum or some other metal that were loaded into the back of the truck with us. Okay. The truck parks by the fence surrounding the giant garbage dump on the outskirts of town. Baskets. I blink a few times before I realize what the man means. He's referring to the baskets made of aluminum or some other metal that were loaded into the back of the truck with us. Okay. Yoru and I take the baskets as we hop out of the back of the truck. I'm already starting to get tired of the baggy suit's lack of mobility. If we end up sticking with this job, I hope the first thing we do is get properly fitting suits. As I think that to myself, I tumble and let out a weird yelp. Are you okay, Ninja Girl? I'm okay. Thanks to that little tumble, I snap back to my senses. Do we need these suits? It's hard to move in them. Yeah, but these are to protect against weird chemicals or radiation or something, right? But none of that really matters since I'm a ghost after all. It'll still hurt, you know, and it still kind of sucks to die, even if you know you'll come back to life, doesn't it? Come back to life? Not sure that's the right phrase. We're not alive to begin with. I mean, we're ghosts, so it's weird to say we'll come back to life. Well, you've got a point, but this suit's too baggy to move around in, so it'll be hard to do work in it. So, do I have to wear it? I mean, I've been here in normal clothes before and nothing happened to me. I'm sure they're just being overly cautious. In that case, I'll take off mine too. Whoa, whoa, whoa. This is what it means to be a man. Whoa. Well, miss, if you insist, then that's perfectly fine. Do the work you want the way you want to. That's just how life is. I guess we can agree there. In other words, when life deals you cards, you gotta. Sorry, just be careful. Yes, sir. Work is just about what I expected. With basket and tongs in hand, we fish around the garbage for anything that seems useful. The garbage is piled up haphazardly. Nothing feels dirty. Nothing's rotten. There's not much of a smell. I'm starting to think that maybe this town doesn't even have the bacteria and stuff necessary for rot to form. After all, this town only has ghosts in it. And this garbage heap only has things that aren't living. This is where all the town's resources originate from, and this is where all the town's resources eventually return. One of the men instructs me to search for electrical appliances. My instincts somehow tell me that there's no good finds at my current location, so I distance myself from Yoru and the men who are searching through garbage within a set perimeter. It's not because I can't handle hearing Yoru chatting and laughing with the men, at least I don't think it is. I suddenly notice a car windshield at my feet. Oh yeah, what about that car? Do things lost outside of town come back here too? Did that car get buried somewhere in this garbage pile after it exploded? If so, did it come back as individual parts? Or as a whole car? If it came back as parts, then maybe this windshield belongs to it. As I think that to myself, I notice there's a microwave oven caught underneath the windshield. Wonder why I didn't notice it earlier. I lift up the windshield and hurl it somewhere. I hear the sound of glass shattering. I found a microwave. I rush back to the scavengers to report my find. It's my first big find of the day. Oh, was that sound you, Sayako? Yes, the microwave was shielded by a windshield, so I threw it into the wind. I fail at forcing a laugh, so it comes out more like a spasm. The men try to say something, but it looks like they're speechless, so I can't help but groan. I'm just not good with this kind of stuff. I feel like I've felt this way before, several times even. Have I never tried to improve? Or am I just unable to? I feel like it's too late for me to even know at this point. Once the truck's filled with buckets of garbage, or rather, I suppose I should call them resources now, it makes several stops in the outskirts of town. Scavenger offices and workshops, I assume. Today was the best. Thanks, miss. You're welcome. So what do you say, you two? Want to work with us? It's tough work, but we're happy to have you on board if you want. Sorry, but I don't think I'm cut out for this. My apologies. Thank you for your time. I see. It feels like they already knew what my answer would be, but they had to pretend they didn't. They have to uphold a pre-established harmony, I suppose. So what about you, miss? Join us. We can play I Spy as we collect garbage. Hey, cut it out. It's your decision. I'm a little nervous. I'm sure Yoru's all for it. And if she joins them, that means our relationship will change, which is what I thought I wanted, but now I'm not so sure. I take a deep breath and look at Yoru from the side. If Sayako's not in, then neither am I. Yoru, I have to say something. I want to object. I want to tell her that she's making the wrong decision. I'm sorry. Yoru apologizes, but for what? Why? I just don't know. I don't understand. Are you sure? Yeah, I agree. Are you sure? Pipe down, you. Sorry, but I've made up my mind. I'll come visit. Be sure to turn the heater on. And with that, Yoru starts walking. She grabs my wrist with surprising force coming from her slender arm. I manage to keep up with her despite stumbling a bit. Sayako, the night's still young, so why don't we go visit Mrs. Pacifica's house? We have to report to her after all. I nod my head vaguely, perhaps because I'm considering suggesting one more time that Yoru could work there. But I'm sure she has no intention of doing that, so there's no point in saying anything about it. You were so good at that job. You looked like you were having so much fun. So, why did you reject their offer? I don't get it. I end up saying something vague instead. We should apologize to Pacifica when we see her, huh? I guess so. In the end, I don't say what I wanted. I see. I'm in Pacifica's good old living room again, facing her the same way a certain nun did once before. I'm sorry for wasting the time you spent searching for that job. I bow my head. So does Yoru. Sorry. It's fine, it's fine. The cosplay shop was kind of shady, and nobody wants to do garbage collection anyway. And those men are kind of dumb, too. I can't speak for Yoru, but I can't say I can see you doing that sort of work, Sayako. When I look up, I see Pacifica's gentle smile. Thank goodness. She's not mad. She's perfectly calm. I'd probably be mad if I were in her shoes. I still feel sorry, though. True. I just thought you'd have a plethora of options if we used my connections. Looks like this will be harder than I expected. Okay, once again. What exactly does Pacifica do? I want to ask that, but there's no way I can. But how can you expect me not to want to ask? I start to debate myself, but stay silent in the end. There's no point in forcing yourself to do a job that you'll quit immediately. I think manual labor only shows its true advantages if you're employed in the long term. Just take your time searching. I'm so glad to have your help. You are too, right, Sayako? Huh? Yeah, I'm glad to have your help. I'm sorry for the trouble. Sorry for the trouble. We're friends, aren't we, Sayako? I hear the front door start to open. It's probably Anya. Pacifica said she'd be here later. Anya said she'd try to find us work using her own personal connections, but she also said, my networking is poop compared to Pacifica's, so don't expect much, she said before promising that she'd keep us in the loop. Was Anya coming too? Was I grin for the stupidest reason ever? Yoru speaks up to me. I nod vaguely in reply. Anya's as hard a worker as anyone else, so she should have connections of her own, but I suppose anyone's connections would look like poop compared to Pacifica's. Let's splash some hot water on her as a penalty for being late. Yay! Yay. She's kind of scary when you think about her like that. Pacifica hands Yoru a kettle full to the brim with hot water as she gleefully waits by the door. That's a little harsh, isn't it? What if she's got a dreadful side to her that I don't know about? Wait, I guess it's obvious that she does have a dreadful side to her, but what's truly dreadful is not knowing what it is. When I do come to know that side of Pacifica, will I be able to keep loving her the way I do?